Hi, Carl here for ProAV TV. I'm at NAB 2019 on the LS stand looking at some of their new lights. Firstly, they've got this whole new series of lights which they're calling the Flag Light series. Now these are something really interesting. I haven't really seen anything like these before. They're effectively taking a similar mentality as a flexible LED, where you've got one very thin panel and then you've got a wire going down to a control box. But rather than the actual LED itself being flexible, these ones are rigid, and LS are saying that this is due to make them a little bit more durable, a bit longer lasting, because flexible LEDs, one of their weaknesses is that they can break sometimes. Whereas these ones are much more rugged and solid, and they have this very interesting sort of Velcro flag out system, which means it's very easy to fit a softbox on the front or a honeycomb or anything like that. And they make these in all different shapes and sizes. They've got 2x1 and 1x1 here. They've got a large round panel, which is what's lighting me from that side. They've got big, tall, thin ones, and they're going to have RGB ones coming as well soon. So this really is fleshing out to be quite a complete range. The next thing that caught my eye was this. This is the Mark II version of their J500 light, which was a very small, very little portable, very affordable little Fresnel spotlight and LED panel. Whereas this one, so they've redesigned the front of it, they've made it a little bit brighter, and so this new front can spot or flood a little bit more than before. And they've given it a whole new power system. So rather than having the MPF batteries attached here onto the body to make the unit longer, they've given you the option to take a D-tap cable out and secure a little power block onto the actual light stand, so that you've got some different options as to how to power it. And of course you can power it through mains as well. The other nice thing is that the fronts are now interchangeable, and so they do ones like this, which is now a balance mount, so that you can attach pretty much any of your balance accessories or accessories from other manufacturers, like maybe aperture, something like that, onto the front of these LED lights, which is really quite cool. Okay, the last big thing that I've seen that's new on the LS stand is these tube lights. Now they've had tube lights for quite a while. They made one many, many years ago, but that was simply bicolor on either side, or like one daylight on one side, tungsten on the other, and it wasn't that color accurate because it was a good few years ago now. So they've brought those tube lights back up into 2019 really with these. These are very color accurate, they seem very bright, they come in true bicolor so that you can go all the way through the range of bicolors. And they come in different styles as well. You can either get them as a whole 360-degree tube, like here, or as a sort of 180-degree, only the front half of it is the light and the back half of it is the control box, like the one behind me. And they're also working on making these into RGB lights, like this one here, which I think is a really nice idea. There's a lot to be said for having a tube light like that as an RGB light, because if you think about when you're practically going to be using creative gels like this, it's going to be to throw a little bit of coloured light onto the background, or maybe a backlight for your subject, or a product shot, something like that. And for all of that type of work, tube lights like this make a lot of sense. So I think these ones themselves are going to be quite nice as nice soft lights for just quick shooting. And these RGB ones, I'm very excited to see those when they come out.